Hello, my lovely people. So some of you have very kindly asked what my skin routine is. Obviously you must think I've got reasonable skin. So I thought I would make a video to show you what my skincare routine is. So I am 55, I'm 56 in 4 weeks' time. This is my natural skin, and as you can see, it's not bad for my age. So my routine most of my life has been that I very rarely wear foundation. I don't like, my skin feels caked and full and clogged, and I don't like it. I usually only wear foundation if I'm having a big night out or a big event. On the whole, I keep it fairly simple. So the first thing I do in the morning is I cleanse my skin, and I use this to cleanse it with. I don't know if you can see that. It's Garnier Micellar Water, and it's for sensitive skin, and I use this with some cotton wool pads, and I cleanse all my makeup off with that. And then the first thing I do after that is I put this on. So this is, let's see if I can get the camera. This is Olay 7-in-1 featherweight moisturizer with SPF 15 in it, and it is really light. I love this, that it is so light. I'll show you. Okay, and it's literally very, very light, and I put it all over my face and my eyes. And I do have my eyebrows microbladed because they more or less disappeared. As many of us of our age, that over plucking in the 90s, when it was all very trendy to have the very thin eyebrows, and then they're very, very sparse. And so I had the microbladed last summer. Best investment. I've never had any other work, never had Botox fillers. I don't even know what they are, but I did have my eyebrows microbladed, and absolutely worth it. They are needing to be redone now, as you can see, but in terms of the hair, there's very little actual hair on my eyebrows, just tiny bits. So I'm getting them redone soon to just top it up. So this is my natural skin. It's been moisturized, and I'll let that soak in for 5 minutes or so. And then the next thing I go in with is this. So I use one of 2 primers, and I find them both really good. So I just get them out my drawer. So the first one is Max Factor, and it is a Miracle Prep Primer, Illuminating and Hydrating. Okay. So that's what I use. I like this one, Illuminating and Hydrating, because our skin gets a bit dull as we get older, and so to have this hydrating, illuminating, it makes your skin look more, what's the word, sort of shiny. It's incredibly smooth to go on. It's really smooth. I could just feel, it doesn't feel heavy on my skin. This is for eyes and face, and I will put it all over my eyes as well. I'm looking at the mirror, not the camera, so bear with me. Okay, so I'll put that all over, and it feels a little bit greasy, but not cloggy greasy. It feels very, very soft, and I really do like the feel of this on my skin, and that will stay on there for about a minute before I apply makeup. The other one I use is L'Oreal, and this is called Infallible, and again this is an illuminizing primer. So you want something with older skin that is more illuminizing. Okay, so it's giving you more of a glow, according to the lady in boots. All of my stuff, well, all of it, most of my stuff is drugstore stuff. It's not posh stuff, it's not expensive stuff. These are all, I can't remember, but less than £10. And then basically that's my skin prepped. So what I would do next, and this is a recent purchase, I have purchased this, and it's by, it's Jane Iredale, okay, Mineral Cosmetics Limited, and this was recommended Jane Iredale. This was recommended by one of the beauty channels, and I'd done a search for how to, I bought concealer that wasn't doing anything for the bags under my eyes, and not a thing was it doing. So I did a YouTube search saying, what can you do to get rid of the purple bags under your eyes? And he recommended, the guy I watched, oh, he's got 3 million viewers. I mean, he's huge. I can't remember his name now, but I'll tag it below. He recommended this stuff. It's £25, British pounds, so it's not cheap. But I tell you what, I've had this for about 4 days, and it's the best thing since sliced bread. It's absolutely super. So I use a brush to put it on, right? It's just a small brush. It's creamy. It feels, if I show you, it's just really creamy, really soft. This stuff comes in 2 shades. Number 1, number 2. This is number 1, and this is for lighter skin. The darker one is more for Asian skin or a darker skin complexion. And basically what this is doing, because it's a kind of orangey, is neutralizing those purple lines under here. Okay, so I'm going to put this on now, and I'm putting it in the corners. I'm going to have to use my mirror, so bear with me. And I put it right up to the bottom of my eye here. And I just I'm patting it in, which is what they say to do, because this eye here, look, is quite crepey, okay, and I'm patting it in over those darker circles, okay, and I'll bring it up here because I've also got some sort of bluish lines up here, so I bring it up there. And what I have been doing, because my eyelids and eyes here are a little bit discoloured as well, is just bringing it up all the way up there, okay. And then the same on here, going into the corner, just trying to lighten that corner. And then we are coming down over those joyous bags. You know, we can't help it, we're getting older, the skin isn't as stretchy and soft and good as it was. So we're just tapping that in. And I am tapping rather than rubbing, which is what they suggest, okay? Because with our skin being a little bit looser as we're getting older, if you pull, it's dragging the skin. So we're kind of going in there, and a little bit more, and I'll do a little bit over the top. It just helps to kind of get the same shade going on all over your eye. And I'll do a little bit here, okay, for my crumply bits, and a little bit here, and that's basically it. I'm still seeing some blue lines there, so that's it. That's that bit done. And then the only thing I'll do on top of that then is, and this is not drugstore stuff. This is Laura Geller, New York, and this is a marble effect face powder. It's a foundation powder. It's not creamy, it's dry, it's powder. It's got all these different shades, and I find this shade for me is it's Baked Balance and Glow Illuminating Foundation in the medium, and I find for my skin it's spot on. So I use quite a big brush and tap it in like so. Okay, and then I'll start with my forehead, and I am just tapping it in rather than rubbing. Okay, I used to rub. I've watched some videos on YouTube, and I will put it over everything. Okay, so I've got a lot of good light here, and I can see what I'm doing quite well. So I'm not over caking it. I'm not over stressing it or stretching it. And that basically is not the same as like a full foundation, but it's certainly enough for your day-to-day stuff, and the day-to-day work that I do. So that's that bit, and then I will go in again with the Laura Geller and this is the blusher. This is Baked Blush, and it's called Baked Blush and Brighten Ethereal Rose Sateen Subtle Berry, and it's got, as you can see, two colours. Okay, and I use the darker one for my blush and the lighter one to sort of highlight it. So I go in on the darker one, and I'm just going in here, and then I smile, and a little bit on the apple cheek bit, okay, but not too much. And that's my skin done. Now I can go a little bit further. I will take a different brush, and I will, I usually just use the other side of it, and just put a little bit over the top, a little bit higher up here. But because of all of this stuff, you don't want too much, because otherwise it's highlighting all your wrinkles, so I don't put much there at all. And that's my skin. That's what I do with my skin. So that's the skincare routine, and at the end of the day, I will now, at the moment, I'm going to just put some eye makeup on, just a little bit of lipstick, and that's me done. At the end of the day, I use again the micellar water and a cotton wool pad, and I will take all of that off. It comes off really easy, really lovely. And then I will put in a rich night cream, and this one is Revitalift filler with hyaluronic acid, and it's replumping and anti-aging night cream. It's really nice. I've only just started recently using this. It's purple, and it's really sort of soft and creamy, and it soaks in really, really well. This feels nice. I'm liking this. This is quite new. I've only been using this about a week, but generally I would use a L'Oreal night cream, just drugstore stuff, nothing posh, and it works for me. I do feel that for all of my sort of adult life, in teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, very rarely use foundation, and just allow the skin to breathe. I get in the sun when we have sun in the UK, which isn't very often, but I try and get in the sun just for 10 or 15 minutes. And I have that SPF 15 on my moisturizer, but just 10 or 15 minutes, because my skin loves just that warmth of the sun and a bit of brightness without over tanning or overexposing. So that's my skincare routine. I'm going to do the rest of my makeup now and then show it you complete. And there we go. That's me done. So that's my skincare routine, and this is me come from my bedroom now with my day makeup on to start my day, which includes seeing clients online, face to face sometimes, and doing my YouTube videos. So this is the makeup that you've just seen me put on. It's very light, it's very day makeup. If I was going to a big event, I would wear more, I'd wear heavier, and if you want to see a video on that, then I'm happy to show you. So I hope this has helped, and thank you for watching. Take care, bye bye.